I think it has to be something AP, right? Like, you could have flexed the Cassante, but then looking at the rest of your comp, are you going to play an AP top? Probably not. No. Instead, it's the Galio that Goldborg brought up.
Blues are not really spotting on vision, but you should know through the process of elimination throughout all your wards on the bottom side that he should be on the top side of the map.
Right. Look for Zvero in the mid lane. There's the taunt. Peach can go in as well. Blue Azor's going to try and come across, but will they get the permafrost down in time? They do! First blood over to Peach, and now Blue Azor's trying to get the damage back down onto Mask, who flashes away. Blue Azor flashes forward. Mask gets into the bush, and the slow from the flail. But a dash forward from Blue Azor is enough to get a counter kill.
Burst damage there. If Blue Azor could have maybe closed the gap a little bit sooner, could have been alright, but Lexus gets out with his life, just expending the flash. Now going back in.
They know he has to go first and two. They know he doesn't have flash. Loses his short glacial path, but the knock-up with the grand entrance is enough. Marlon's going to pay for his defense with his life as well. Blue Azor chased underneath the tower, but manages to clone his way to safety. All out is used counter flash from Aibo.
Needs to be a bit careful though, because his own jungler is still on the other side. Venom not really respecting that he's weak side right now.
He's just dead.
Wow. With the Rift Herald still 4 plates up there.
It's
actually,
Jinx,
they might
though.
actually trade it. You're right. It is a Jinx indeed, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Zenithmate comes out, there's the TP as well. The Charm has been used. Marlon gets the Solar Flare down, but Funky's able to dodge to the side of it. Galio now joining the fray with the Hero's entrance. Marlon low. Ignite is ticking on him. The Frozen Tomb from Zyru. As they look for Mars, they look for Peach, but Peach flashes across the wall. The Galio tanky enough to survive. The Cyclone coming out from Blue Azor, and a re-engage from Lexix. As they look for more, they get one. Sphera's gonna fall. Blue Azor doing what he can to stopwatch from Lexix, as well as Aibo has joined the fight with a TP down. There's one. Funky now caught unawares by the flanking chase. 2 kills to Heretics, but maybe a little bit greedy overall.
Maybe a bit.
13.5 minutes on the clock means the plate still stands. Funky takes the tower. Lexus goes in, but already Aibo takes his 3rd of the game, and now Lexus has to pop the chance to try and get away. Flacket and Venno trading up towards the top side, dashing forward, dashing back. It's just top laners killing AD carries. Peach can come back in. Funky has the Super Mega Death Rocket. Mask has the ultimate as well. There's the Cyclone. Peach going to dash across the wall here. Lexus getting chased off towards the top side, but look at where Funky is. Glacial Prison goes wide. You both hold your heads in your hands as Mask comes in with the Torn lands on 2. So make another one coming in as well. Marlon is low. Funky just needs to get excited. Just needs one more auto, maybe 2. 1 crit isn't enough, not quite, but the Zap finds his mark, and now Funky is here to party. Looking for Blue Azor down towards the bottom side. Peach trying to get away, and he will survive. Zyro getting chased down towards the bot lane, but he manages just to dash out of the game. Like, this guy is already stacking up 2 items on the Jace. He's probably absolutely smashing in terms of damage as well. Yeah, most damage in the game. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Marlon is low. Super Death coming out. Funky trying to get away. The quickness coming in, but already Blue Azor's killed off the enemy AD carry. And we said it in draft, if Unicorns lose that Jinx, they lose most of their ability to fight.
He can really turn the tides.
Yeah, Heretics have to blow up Funky ASAP. The thing is, Unicorns still have all their turn ultimates with the exception of Sejuani available.
Flashes away. They're looking for the fight though. Peach is going in. The quickness can be popped by Lexus as well. He's looking for that backline. Gets onto them. There's the Hero's entrance as well. Everyone funneled into a single spot, but Aibo has the flank position of Funky, and Aibo will kill off the Jinx. No one from Heretics has fallen as of yet. He gets one. Flighting's going to go down. Peach fighting up towards the top side. He's going to have to run away, but Lexix and Mars trying to do what they can. Blue Azor on Lexix. There's another for Heretics, and they continue to chase forward. Mask has the flash, and Heretics win the fight.
Just heal up just a touch, but shouldn't be too much a problem.
Blue Azor goes in. Mask's used the taunt. Peach has been spotted now. Venor looking for Aibo down towards this bottom side. Venor forced away. That's your tank, by the way. There's the Solar Flare. Pathfinder out by Venor, but they look for the engage onto Blue Azor, and they're going to take him down, shut him out of the fight. Now the re-engage happens. Glacial Tomb, Glacial Prism, in fact, going down onto Sphero. He has the Tomb still. Super Mega Death Rocket, a possibility. Goes right through the uprights. TP back in by Venor, and now a man advantage for the Unicorns.
Still going. Scores a bit of a field goal there, and they're still going to look for it a little bit. Mask had the flash. He wants it, surely.
They're looking for the tower. He eats into the wall. He eats into the tower wall, but it doesn't matter because the tower's already down. Funky low. Marlon flashes and hits him with the shield at Daybreak. Frozen 2 coming in from Sarah as well. Pops the stopwatch to try and survive in the middle of the fight. Blackhead opening up with a lightning crash, but still Marlon goes back in, and in the end, Marlon will fall. A little bit ridiculous. Flash double taunt though, and Blackhead with a Zeri moment to dash across the wall. Blackhead, the last man standing. Blue Azor back up from the dead.
Now for Heretics, can Blue Azor repeat the magic he did about 5 minutes ago?
Let's see. There's a Super Omega Blast Cone goes in, taunted, locked up immediately. He can still get the smile up, but can't quite. The Dragon secured for the Unicorns. Zvero still has that smite from the unsealed spellbook. Ibo still has all of that damage, and Funky feels the brunt of it. The charm coming in the hero's entrance, they're just going to turn onto Ibo. They call him out, they find him, they pick him off. Now Blackhead has to flash with the lightning crash across the wall to make sure that he gets to safety.
Right now, if he gets to the front of the pit, he can still Ian always. Have they tracked that? He's got the smite.
Blackhead no ult though, so nowhere near as powerful on that Zeri as he usually would be. Marlon goes in, pops the Eclipse. Zvero trying to get into the pit as well. The smite already down and Zvero falls alongside it. Marlon chased down towards this bottom side as Funky takes him out. And in the end, Unicorns get everything they're looking for.
Being a little bit respectful of how far he can go. Unicorns being pushed into a bit of position here.
Ivo has TP. First tower down to half. Mask dashing
Surely
back,
they just
dashing
go.
forward.
I mean,
there's one Nexus tower. Ivo's just looking for a total trade here. He's looking for the Nexus tower. There's the TP. Okay, in the end, he decides that perhaps Nexus is not what he wants. The Cyclone coming out. Mask able to dash away here. No ultimate on Blue Azor though. You can see Funky still full HP. The flash from Blue Azor and immediately he's stunned. Solar Flare coming out, but look at the CC. It's devastation, it's demolition for the Unicorns. And the minions come to join the party. They'll push in. Unicorns 1-0 up.
Unicorns looked Heretics dead in the eye. And it was Heretics that blinked first. They brought Ivo back to the base. Well, they couldn't make the defense stick.
Yeah, Syndra's nice into champions like Wukong, but and of course just whenever you are playing for your AD carry in the backline, having that extra range is super nice.
10 kills up.
Yeah.
About 20. Oh, hello.
Something's going on. The Unbreakable comes down from Marlon. There's the root being used. Blackhead tries to turn it around. Funky's now opening up onto Blackhead. The Graviton being used as well as that 6 is going to be the first fall. Funky now needs to run for the hills because Marlon is looking for that concussive blow. Splashes from it. Marlon takes a couple of tower shots, but escapes. Blue Azor's here as well. Lexix looking for a flank position. Blue Azor spotted. First move does come for the Heretics bot lane. Blue Azor's going to get locked up here, though. Does still have the clone. Will use it to try and get to the blast cone. Gets across the wall and gets out. Now the Winter's Bite from Marlon. Mask coming across. Zero's going to do the damage across the wall here as well. Chaos Storm being popped. Ivo, Zero flashing in fact, it's not Ivo anymore. Mask able to flash towards the bottom side. Funky trying to get in here as well, but already they've killed off Lessix. And Blue Azor can rejoin the fray if he wants. Mask going to keep him at bay. One more, the Winter's Bite finds the stun. Peach though with the Arctic Assault tried to dash away. Blue Azor dashes in and that's another. Heretics started to clean up. Zero's taken 2. Mask will get 1 in response. But it's answered by another, and Heretics are 4-1 to the good.
And that's just a nightmare scenario, isn't it? It's Aphelios with red and white don't fight, and on the other side you still have that Braum, on the same side rather. Funky on the tower, Marlon's
just gonna die.
No!
Oh,
and then
there's a minion! There's a minion! Let's put 2-0-3 now for Blackhead in a very strong position on this Aphelios. Sphero being able to get 2 kills as well in that last skirmish means that Heretics are 2,000 gold to the good, and Funky hit with the Winter's Bite, and the crescendum is enough to take him down.
So they know they can just force Funky off the turret. He's no flash!
He's got flash in like a second, man! They don't give him an opportunity!
Oh, no!
Oh my god!
Speaking of T-Tours, I think the Blackhead's probably got enough money to do it. He just finished up the coal on that same push.
That's waxing. Okay, so Peach is coming in.
Right.
How long can the Nautilus survive? Because Blue Azor's just flashed forward. The Nautilus is going to fall. Lexix will go down now, but Peach and Mask are here to try and collapse. Blackhead locked up, has the Ghost, has the Flash, has the Gale Force, and immediately dashes away. Blue Azor will fall. The Moonlight Vigil being used as well. The Zap tanked by Marlon, but Funky's starting to get excited. Didn't get the kill, and Blackhead will be able to escape any further action.
When the game looked to be over, it really wasn't. I'll be honest.
Between like these two teams in the quarterfinals as well. They both were able to pass. Okay,
fine.
maybe it's over.
That's all right. That's fine. We've seen this multiple times.
I don't know how to say it.
Anyway, meanwhile in the top lane, Funky tried to match Ivo, flashes away from the needle work. TP coming in here as well. That's a lot invested as Ivo looked for the dive. Depth charge hits him. Peach still chasing him. Ivo actually might fall here. Super Dead Hook coming out in the end. Ivo will go down.
Exactly.
Right now they are pushing up towards this top lane. Mask does have flash. Chaos Storm going down. Gravity well used as well. Peach on the collapse. Blackhead trying to come in from the side. Marlon already down to half HP. And the Glacial Prison hits onto Blackhead. TP in, but the flame drop is just a little bit late. Blackhead so low, trying to heal him up. Ivo coming in with the needle work as well. And Mask shut down by Zvero. Peach trying to put the damage down, but he can't get close enough. Heretics find 2.
Yeah, Funky no ultimate, so you won't even get the steal through a Jinx either. I think there's really no way you can actually go for the steal, but
I mean, health bars are low enough.
There's the hook. Funky looks for some damage. Ivo can dash in. He's immune right now. Baron down to 3,000. Blue Resort off towards the back of the pit. Blackhead already isolated, and Venno will take him down. Baron secured. Funky trying to get away from Ivo down towards the bottom side as Ivo will just chase him and snip his heels. The Achilles tendon snapped by Ivo. Venno was able to find one, but in the end, it's Baron and a kill for Heretics.
It's a bit of a catch-22. Either way, they do end up losing out on the Baron, and Heretics have that one now to try and siege up on some of these towers there.
Another 2 minutes forward, but Ivo, no ghost on him. Chaos Storm is taking him down, and he'll fall shut out by Mask. And now Marlon, Blue Azor, and Flackhead realize that their top lane is no longer here. Funky not there with the fight as of yet. Depth charge available for Life 6. They're trying to get onto Flackhead. Depth charge going down onto Blue Azor. Funky now joining the party. And Breakable goes down! But it's an Aphelios moment. The Moonlight Vigil with the Infernum gun. Funky needs some resets. Funky needs some damage, but he just can't find it. Super Mega Death Rocket hits Flackhead. Funky flashes away. But the zap going wide means that Blue Azor can clone over the wall and chase down the Jinx. Flackhead trying to trade with Venor. The Gale Force and a final shuriken enough. In the end, Heretics win the fight. It's more equitable in terms of how well a battle can go. You see the poke coming in from Zvero. Flackhead looking for that Moonlight Vigil. Funky, that almost kills him off, and that will be the inhibitor tower going down. Venno trying to catch the mid lane wave as the inhibitor will fall as well. Mars locked up here, flashes away, but Blue Azor still on the chase, and Blue Azor will take him down. The Jinx can get excited, but the stopwatch from Blue Azor will buy a second. The Super Mega Death Rocket, the unbreakable shield, perfect from Marlon, and he survives as well. Venno trying to get into the backline, but now Funky's starting to get excited. There's two for him. Funky get away from this. Funky flashes away, the needlework coming in as well. Ivo being locked up for days, a stopwatch from him. Blackhead beginning to really breathe fire in this fight, and with the Severum and the Crescendum, he keeps Funky and Lessig back on their base. The minion cleared. Blackhead pops the stopwatch, but soon after he will fall as well. The shutdown.
That was such a visceral scream.
I'm sorry, but the shutdown to Nautilus.
The Knight's Vow beneficial. Mountain Soul was secured for Heretics during that fight. You can see Ivo trying to push in the bottom lane. Marlon here going to get locked up for a second. The Unbreakable coming down, but Gravity Well doing work. Marlon's down to half HP. Mars trying to open up. Ivo coming in from the side as well. There's a cycle, and that's a 2 Moonlight Vigil goes wide. Ivo coming in though, and Blue Azor trying to get that knock up into Mars, who pops a stopwatch of his own. Peach forced away, 1-for-1 trade so far. Funky trying to get excited. The hook.
Blues is holding on to his stopwatch right now because he wants that GA, so there's no extra pink wards.
Arctic Soul was a little bit short there. There's the Cyclone coming out. Peach does have the flash and uses it to try and get away, but Heretics will not let him escape. Another Cyclone finds it. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Ivo caught out a little bit, but he puts down the immunity shield and won't be locked up. Lasix now caught up with the Glacial Fissure, and you have to feel that's it. Heretics can just walk it into the base now. Flashing forward, Moonlight Vigil dodge, but you can't dodge the Calibrum shots from Flackhead. A double for him. Looking for one more, but Ivo steals it away. Flackhead on the fountain will keep Mask at bay as Heretics tie up the series.
Braum was a hover just now, but I don't like Braum as much into Leona as I did with Nautilus, for example. It feels a bit better here. So, okay, that's fair. Tag Medic on Twitter.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're
Why
confused.
do you tag yourself, man? Like, I have enough followers. I'm good.
Tag.
Oh, I've just been... I've just been
Good charm in the mid lane. Peach looking for Zero here. There is a flash available to that Victor. He doesn't burn it.
Nope.
Doesn't think he can get away. And that is first blood to the Unicorns in mid lane. But Unicorns of Love actually have the man advantage right now. Ivo looking for that Mega Gnar. Blue Azor's been waiting. Venor, no flash on him. Does have the Ghost, can try and get down towards this bottom side, but the Permafrost enough to kill him off.
They've had Ahri and Wukong at level 6 for a little while. That's a charm. Mars.
Wisdom's going to hit onto Mars. Does still have the flash.
Oh, the rocket.
Use it. The rocket takes him. Blackhead gets the kill.
We feel like we outscale you in the 5-5, and I don't blame them for thinking that, because I agree. I think it's going to be so difficult for Unicorns to ever sharpen a 5v5 and win. What they can do...
Oh, Peach dashes across the wall.
Yeah.
Blackhead thought maybe he was out. Funky uses the flash, not even the dashy-bashy, slidey-glidey thing. Instead, just gets the double in the bot lane.
What they can do is force numbers advantages, Medic, and just constantly find skirmishes like that.
Yeah, but speaking of number advantages, up towards the top side, Blues are around now, Venet. Do you still have that W?
He's got the riposte thing, I think. The Vital coming down. There's the riposte to get away from the stun. Doesn't land it back onto Blue Azor, but now Ivo can just chase him down. Venom's going to try and get away with the Ghost, but the Boomerang finds its mark. Ivo picks up the kill.
For Unicorns, it's just about trying to isolate Flackid or Svero. with Peach and with Mask, and they're trying to snowball from there. Oh, man.
Their Cyclone as well, but immediately they dive in. Lexi's going to turn this one around, and Breakable coming down. Glacial Fisher being used as well. And already Peach is down. Flank is starting to get excited as Lexix takes quite a lot of hurt. The charm onto Ibo, though, stops him in his way. So he was trying to jump forward, flash into the laser, and that is death for Lexic.
All of these carry picks, and then they just never end up playing around it. In this case, at the very least, Funky was quite, you know, strong in... Oh,
Cyclone in. They're looking for Flacken. Glacial Fisher used as well. Flacken locked up with a Solar Flame. Peach going to kill him off. Marlon next up as he'll fall as well. A great engage. You have to think from Peach, TP coming in as the Unicorns of Love are looking for more. Ibo chased down towards the bottom side. Lexix going for a little bit more as Blue Resort and Zvero are forced away towards the top side of the fight. Yeah, the thing is, you have to say potentially because maybe he's not.
Maybe he's not.
It's a good
Maybe
build.
he's just having a good time right now. Why do you
maybe
have to make
he
it
is.
miserable?
Oh, Peach cancelled the Hex Gang. He looks for Ibo though, has to stop off the Cyclone. A good Solar Flare, but Glacial Fisher will continue to chase in. Super Mega Death Rock is going to come in as well, and Peach, one more order would be enough. Doesn't even need to chuck a house at his back and take him down.
Baron still there for 10 seconds, so this is going to be the last wave with it.
Should be able to get it if they force. Yeah, no reason not to.
Down. There's the Fisher as well. Lex is trying to get on towards the back line. Does manage to catch out Flacker, but Flacker's already out of there. Peach trying to do the damage and will take down Zvero. Venor will have a flank position here. Funky's going to have to get away from Ibo, who does have that Mega Nard. Has the flash as well. Will Nard. Lexix into the wall. Marlon down.
Turret hit the turret.
They hit the turret. Flash forward from Blue Resort for the slow. There's the zap. Riposte comes out. Venor, you're going to be able to get away from this one. Needs some fancy feet to do so.
It's a lot of time.
The wave.
Even if he dies here, I think the fact that he pulls the wave away for so long just means that Heretics realistically just don't necessarily get the inhibitor as quickly as they would have without this play.
Fortified, so you don't have to 50-50 it.
Lexix looking for a flank down towards this bottom side. Peach has the Cyclone. There's the TP. Dragging down to about 3,000. Funky just dashes in. All by himself, has to flash away. The Solar Flare coming out as well. Venom's going to keep Ibo down towards this bottom side. But look at the damage coming out from the Chaos Storm, from the choke. Funky goes in, he gets two! Somehow, Funky finds it on the back line, and the Unicorns of Love have somehow won a team fight.
That is the most illegal team fight win I think I've ever seen. Zvero's going to get his flash forced. Venom might just chase him down, Medic, I think, with the Ghost.
I think the Siphon Power movement speed might be enough. Venor.
Okay, he doesn't want to flip it. And I don't blame him, but I mean, for Unicorns, that felt so illegal to chase into the choke, but they get away with murder. They should be tracking that time up. Peach, he's going to walk.
Tri-bush though. Ah, hold up, still not there.
He's going to be spotted now.
And he should know he's spotted because he's on that ward. TP comes in. Peach just dives in, immediately hit with a Glacial Prism. Peach just didn't see the ward. Venom's going to try and chase Ibo down towards this bottom side. Spirit Rush coming out from Mask as well, and he's trying to disengage the fight. The re-engage comes in with a lightning crash, and Funky can do a lot of work in this sort of situation. Grand Challenge going down, Funky going in. Marlon hit with a charm, but Blanken's now going to get excited. Funky takes a chunk, and Ibo and Blue Resort still healthy enough to back up their AD carry. Marlon low, but he's hit for a little bit of extra action. Blue Resort dashing forward. Ibo almost has that Mega. Gnar for him as well. TP comes back in. Funky dodges the windows by another charm. Beautifully placed by Mask, but Zvivo from the top will be able to get more damage down onto Funky. Mask falls, and Jinx gets excited. Venor tries to dash away, does land the stun. Has a blast cone here, dodges the zap, dodges the brick house, and gets across to the Krugs, but the Baron still will be in Heretics' eyes.
And you are right, he does have Cyclone. The Hex Gates are going to close the gap.
Kill Blue Resort.
Yeah.
Kill Blue Resort.
He's got it.
He's done it.
He's got it.
On the placard as well. Oh, Peach! From 0 to hero for the jungler, for the Unicorns, after being caught out.
Oh my God!
Is the one doing the catching. Peach will fall, but alongside him are 4 bodies of Heretics. A moment with this turret, but the very short range composition means it's a little bit tricky for them to really take it down. They get it down to about a third, but now Ibo is looking for something to Gnar. The double stun, the cleanse too early from Funky. He flashes the lightning crash, but he's locked up with a permafrost, but he's still alive. And in the end, Blackhead will secure the kill. There's a double. And it is throw after throw after throw.
It's 5.
It looks like they don't want to be collapsed on, which is an understandable situation to be in, because it's like maybe we lose the 4v5 before Venom could TP in. Ibo is looking for something here. Peach, though, can get onto Blackhead. He sees him, he gets onto Blackhead. Lightning Crash coming out as well. Mask already caught up, and he'll be locked down for the duration of the fight. The Gnar onto the wall means that Funky cannot join the fight yet. Peach going in, though. Venom on the backline as well, and Blackhead is shut down. Venom takes him with the Grand Challenge. Zvero short to follow as well with the shutdown coming out. Ibo fighting up against the support, but the rest of his team is just decimating Heretics. The flank position fight around as Heretics thought they were collapsing. It was the Unicorns ready to pounce.
It was Peach that was on Flackhead, but Venner finishes off the job, and off the back of one team fight, teleport in from the Fiora, who couldn't get much done on the side lane, but finds the most important pick of them all.
And it's the second time we've seen Peach catch Flackhead and Unicorns win the fight. From that one, though, they take the game, and they are one game away from the EMEA Masters.
It's not the best option, but I think for Lexis as a player, it might be the most comfortable option.
It's one of those, an A-tier champion.
This is actually an adaptation from game 1, because if you recall, Peach actually ended up going towards the Wolves instead. He's being chased down. He's got red buff on him as well. He's dead.
I mean, it could be Q-Flash, but the flash from Blue Resort overstepping in. This composition comes online for Unicorns. But the AD carries have had their backs. Abyssal Voyage, that's from Darkness. Justice Punch away from Mars. There's the taunt. He has the flash. Stun still going to connect. Tongue Lash coming in as well. One more Auto as they look for the stun. Zayu goes in and gets in. Peach trying to turn it back around, but he can't get those permafrost stacks on. And Heretics,
know that.
Today I learned.
Today you learned, yeah. It's, you play against enough tarn tops, you start to hear it. Anyway,
it is mid move first from Syro as well.
Mask has
Funky
6.
has Cleanse, has Flash underneath the tower. No one tanking it as of yet.
Oh, God.
Lexix trying to get away.
Mask has
Zvero
6.
is here. Mask has 6. But you go in straight away. Zvero goes in with the Tibbers. They look for the damage. Lexix so low, the Ignite's going to tick. And they do manage to get him. Zvero, though, is going to get locked up with the Permafrost. And that's another kill that we gifted over to Mask. Funky was looking for it, but couldn't quite find it. In the end, a 1-for-1 trade. Not much happens. The Rift Herald came down. Peach was able to force them out. Blue was all going in again. There's the Galio. Hero's Entrance coming out. Blue was all flashes across the wall. The knock up onto Marlon, but Funky is not here. The double taunt into the Winds of War is enough to sink the Tahm Kench. And Tibbers counter used there, but Mask so tanky already with the Rod of Ages underneath the tower, and maybe Venom would have fallen.
I think he didn't actually realize how far back he would track.
There we are. There's the ult. And Tofu Strikes looking for the knockup. Venom, though, a huge amount of healing in this form. And Ibo realizes he kind of lost out on that trade. Peach is on his way up here, so is Blue Azor. Letich and Funky going to join the party in just a second. Ibo locked up underneath the tower, flashes away, but the chase is on. Abyssal Voyage forward. Marlon does have the knock, but he eats him in the face of the Super Mega Death Rocket, but the Flame Jumpers come down, and Marlon's already stunned up and locked up and down.
Funky.
And the chase comes out as Funky looks for another, flashes away from Blue Azor. The Cyclone knocks him up for a second, but the Moonlight Vigil not going to do too much from Flackhead. It's over. The Jinx has a triple.
Actually just bring 4 members up here. They might be looking to continue with the push. No, they actually cancel it off. They see members in the mid lane. Ibo, as you say.
Oh, that's the tank. He's got a Sunfire Cape already, but concussive blows for the first stun. Then they'll look for the second stun with the Permafrost. Abyssal Voyage comes in for Marlon. Funky keeping his distance. Ibo down to about a 3rd HP. Unstoppable Force being used. Venor's on his way across, and the Glacial Fissure locks Flackhead up as well, and he'll be killed for another double. Marlon trying to get Peach. He will in the end take him out. But the Unicorns are absolutely stampeding over this game. Funky's coming across. There's the TP from Ibo. Then just Venor going for Marlon. Ibo's joining the fray here. Marlon down to half HP, knocked back with the Tofu Strikes. Glacial Prism coming out as well, but Funky can't step forward. You cannot step forward as the AD carry here, because Blue Resort can always just dash in on towards that backline. Unicorns of Love using a lot, not getting a lot. Peach goes back in onto Ibo, double stun with the Tibbers. Funky still waiting. Peach down to half HP, and the Warmogs won't save you here. Unstoppable Force use. Ibo now knocked back. Funky trying to open up from the side. Ibo locked down, but Venor is now in the midst of the fray, and he gets him out, and that's a couple for Heretics. A double for Flacker. The Hero's Entrance tries to disengage here from Mask. In the end, Heretics won't be able to fight too much more. Super Mega Death Rocket flashed away by Marlon, but in all honesty, that was disastrous for the Unicorns.
Terrible decision making. Let's see if they can actually get something on the
Oh, there's the taunt. Get excited. Funky Marlon next on the menu. The crit finds his mark. Bracket falls as well. All Heretics had to do was not be tempted by the big purple worm. But in the end, it's damn delicious for the Unicorns.
Oh, they don't have that Baron, so it just makes it harder now coming in and actually picking up the turrets.
Does it?
On Peach, stopwatch. Who's going to get here in time? The Flame Chomper's down, and Svero is down as well. A godlike Jinx, and Bunky just steps back and lets his tanks do the talking. Marlon locked up, Super Mega Death Rocket, not enough to take him out, but the inhibitor does fall.
Oh, Bunky!
The GA blocked by the Unbreakable by Lexi.
He can get the damage out, you can see it. It just has to actually be put out. Flackhead.
Torn coming out. Blue Azor caught Ibo as well. Peach coming in from the side, and Blue Azor and Ibo. Ibo locked up. He goes in with a unstoppable force, but Bunky flashes it. Hero's Entrance coming out as well, and Ibo's going to be stunned once again. Sphero is down. Ibo short to follow as he's locked underneath the tower, and Flackhead tries to do it all. He gets one, but he just can't get enough. Bunky still alive. Blue Azor down, and the Unicorns with the Nexus in their eyes.
With that fight, the dreams of the repeat for the Superliga region will fall. Unicorns, they want to fulfill the prophecy that they should have fulfilled about 8 months ago. They will take down the Nexus, they will take down the final Superliga representative, and they will win the series 3-1.